Kia ora. So what I've done this month, given that it was April, which is that transition sort of period from summer into the autumn to then winter. Autumn's a really crucial month to really get your chop and drop done early enough that all the trees that you've sort of pruned back have a chance to bounce up again over winter, so another sort of growth spurt. If you do it too late in the season, what happens is you cut it all down and then they take a lot longer to bounce back because of the colder winter months. So ideally you want to do your chop and drop in spring and autumn. So April is a big month for us for chopping and dropping. So yeah, just to give you an update as to what I've been up to last month has been really mainly focusing on giving this whole food forest a right old chop and drop. And this food forest in particular was one of my earliest food forests that I did. Here it's about 3 years old, and it's where I learned all my mistakes. So for all those people that are maybe starting to feel a bit overwhelmed by some of our videos and all the content that there is out there on syntropic agroforestry, bear with me, just get started. The best way to learn is just getting in there and doing it. Even though I've got Klaus as a mentor with all his knowledge, I still had to make my own mistakes to really understand it on a cellular level. So this food forest for me is my learning space. So what I noticed is that I didn't really understand how important it is to do the life cycles, understand the life cycles of our plants. And I'm going to do a video on that, really unpacking the design angle of that. But for now, what I've been up to is rectifying some of my mistakes of not going dense enough and not understanding the life cycles of the plants when I first installed this food forest. So what I'm doing now, given that it was April, I pruned everything really heavily back, opening up all this light underneath here so that I can come in and actually plant all the plants that I need, that I should have planted, to offer that density that it really needs to thrive. So you can see there's a lot of open spaces. In 20 years or so it's going to be a perfect density level, but at the moment it's not quite there because I missed out on those sort of biomass plants in this 3-year life cycle. So that's what I've been doing mad chop and drop, laying everything down, pruning everything up. These wattles here we limbed up and took all those branches and brought them back down as mulch. They were sort of our first pioneer plants to offer that sort of emergent canopy, but yeah, didn't have anything following through, so I've got to chop those right back, plant those other things in, let it all come up again and rectify those mistakes. As well as we've had an arborist here for this month as well, so he's been cutting down these massive ukes that I've got just on the side here. So yeah, somewhere behind me you can see massive ukes, so I've been cutting back those big trees, chopping them up and also just putting them as biomass on the floor here. So you can see it forms this deep sort of mat of biomass, and that's what we want. So we're returning all that back to the land, offering that protection for that winter rain as well. Winter rain can be quite compacting onto the ground, so that's another reason why you want to do a heavy intervention around about this season, so that you're offering that protection for the rain that's gonna come. Yeah, my takeaway for you is get in whatever food forest you're in, plant it up, plant oats, plant sugarcane, plant Teutonia now as your last month. Get that biomass in the ground before winter, and yeah, come spring it's just gonna bounce up and be lush. So get in there, don't be scared to do it, just get amongst it.